Well, today is the start of the cooling-off period in Indonesia's regional elections. Voters head to the polls this Wednesday to pick the capital's next governor. Candidates in 101 regions across the country campaign for the last time on Saturday. In the capital, Jakarta, final day rallies reach fever pitch as candidates make one last push to convince voters. Channel News Asia's Chani Vadvani reports in part 2 of our series leading up to polling day.
Chants of Agus Silvi pair number 1 fill the air in this scene right out of a street carnival. The crowd welcomes the arrival of Agus Harimurti Yudhoyono, son of former President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. Meanwhile, the other candidate, former Education and Culture Minister Anies Baswedan, and his running mate Sandiaga Uno, an entrepreneur and one of the country's richest men, have the support of former presidential candidate Prabowo Subianto. Another former president, Megawati Soekarno-Putri, has shown her backing for incumbent Jakarta governor Basuki Cahayapurnama, known by his Chinese moniker Ahok, and running mate Jarod Saiful Hidayat. Who Indonesia's key political figures are backing speaks volumes, analysts say, as what happens in this race is being seen as a footstep to the presidency.
This is, I think, for some political parties, especially 3 big political parties in Indonesia. This is like, introduction, like a preliminary going into a national election in 2019.
Kita punya program bantuan modal usaha untuk pengembangan UMKM, setuju? Kita punya program pemberdayaan komunitas 1 miliar per tahun.
Agus Yudhoyono has positioned himself as a champion for the city's poor. In addition to a capital assistance program and community help schemes, he said, as governor, he'll hand out some $375 each year to households living in poverty. Critics accuse him of using money politics, a charge he's denied. His opponent, Anies Baswedan, says handouts are not a solution to the city's economic problems. He's proposed instead a plan called OK Oche to set up entrepreneurship centers in Jakarta's districts to maximize job opportunities for residents. He also wants to give educational institutions a makeover to enable direct tie-ups with private companies.
Kita akan siapkan program sehingga anak-anak Jakarta bukan saja bisa belajar hingga tuntas, tapi bisa bersiap untuk berkarya di dunia usaha.
Both Anies and Agus have promised not to carry out forced evictions of riverside slum settlements, an act the incumbent governor is under fire for. Ahok has argued these evictions not only mitigate flooding, they are also a safety measure as many slum dwellers live in landslide-prone areas.
I don't have any choice. Sorry to say, I have to move you for your safety. Not for only the flood. And I think she understands. I don't want to tell a lie. It's better they don't vote for me, but I tell the truth.
Residents of Jakarta have seen the city transform under Mr. Basuki's watch. He fast-tracked infrastructure projects to ease Jakarta's congestion. He's reduced flooding and he subsidized education and healthcare for the poor. But his blunt leadership style may cost him the biggest prize in this election. Ahok saw his support wane after he was accused of blasphemy and is now on trial for it. Analysts say religion has become a divisive issue in this upcoming election, but its actual influence will only be known on voting day.
If it happens to be one round and so on, I think it would show that Jakartans are actually not much affected by blasphemy issues, religion. But if it goes to second round or even whatever result it is, where it shows religion and ethnicity matters.
All eyes are on Jakarta as it becomes the litmus test for nationwide sentiment. Despite the bitter contest and the religious tensions, many in the capital city remain optimistic that when the dust finally settles, Indonesia's founding ideology, Pancasila, and the country's national motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which means unity in diversity, will prevail. Chani Vadvani, Channel News Asia, Jakarta.